For many of us, buying a home is the largest purchase we'll ever make, which is why it's usually a good idea to have it checked out by a home inspector first.
But in a red-hot real estate market with bidding wars, some sellers are asking buyers to waive home inspections, which could lead to trouble. Pat Foran has the story on Consumer Alert. Pat.
Good, Michelle and Nathan. A Brampton family decided to move outside the city and found a home in the country. They agreed to buy it without having a home inspection. Now they found it has water and septic problems that could cost them more than $130,000. This country property in Halton Hills, northwest of Toronto, was going to be a dream home for the Song family. Last year, they lost a bidding war to get it in March, but days later, the seller, who was also the listing real estate agent, contacted them to say they could buy it if they increased their offer and waived getting a home inspection.
The inspection, a little hesitated, but she's like, well, if you want it, you have to waive it, right? So I said, okay, fine then. I want it, so I waived it.
Due to the pandemic, they didn't move in for several months. Once they did, there were problems with the water supply.
We found out that the well is not pumping water into our house because there's no well water, not much.
They had to install water holding tanks at a cost of $10,000. Then they say there were major issues with the septic system. Due to new environmental regulations, it's very expensive to replace.
It's going to cost me another $127,000 to repair this septic.
Song says the cost of repairs keeps mounting.
It's taking a toll of me and my family and my kids, right? We had to move out of our property. This was supposed to be their dream home too. You know, right now it turned into disaster, nightmare.
The Ontario Association of Home Inspectors says in a hot market, buyers may be asked to waive an inspection, which can be extremely risky.
If somebody wants to waive that condition on their own volition, then that's something that they're accepting as a risk. But if they're told that they simply can't do it, I think that's a big red flag.
In hindsight, Song regrets waiving the home inspection.
I strongly suggest not to waive it. If you're having something to hide, that's when you say, you have to waive it.
And if you get a home inspection, it will cost you about $500 depending on the size of the property. You should check an inspector's credentials to see if they belong to an association that offers training and has ethical and professional standards. On your side, I'm Pat Foran.
If you have a consumer story idea, email us at alert@ctv.ca.